Hello, welcome to Food Immerse, a channel where we not only teach you how to cook delicious dishes, but immerse ourselves in the history, culture, science, and beauty of food. I'm Lorraine, and I'm so excited for you to join me on this journey, exploring different cuisines, ingredients, and cooking techniques. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single delicious episode. Brined roast turkey breast. Brining at its most basic is a process of soaking meat in a solution of water, salt, and sugar to improve flavor, browning, tenderness, and moisture. This is especially advantageous for a cut of meat like turkey breast that tends to become dry easily. Let's look at the science of brining. The salt in the brine promotes tenderness and juiciness in two ways. One, it dissolves some muscle proteins called myosin that then form a gel that holds on to water and makes the meat juicy. And two, it also denatures, loosens, and tenderizes the muscle in some other proteins, allowing water to move in and stay during cooking. Even a small amount of sugar in the brine enhances caramelization and browning. And unlike a dry rub, aromatics, herbs, and spices like whole garlic cloves, bay leaf, allspice, juniper berry, thyme, etc. added to the brine diffuse into the meat, providing a deeper, more even flavor throughout. We will also learn a method of making gravy that allows some steps to be done ahead, easily removes the fat, and combines the finished gravy in a medium skillet, instead of needing to keep the large roasting pan on the stove to the last minute while juggling several pots and hot dishes. Plan your roasting day, whether that's Thanksgiving Day or a regular day, and let's get cooking. To make the turkey breast brine, you will need 10 cups of cold water, a half cup kosher salt, a quarter cup sugar, 1 small bay leaf, 1 sprig fresh thyme, 4 to 5 whole garlic cloves, 1 whole allspice optional, and 1 whole juniper berry also optional. For roasting the turkey breast, you will need 1/2 turkey breast, which will run about 2.5 to 3.5 pounds. If you want to do a full breast, you can just double all of the ingredients. 1 to 2 tablespoons unsalted butter at room temperature, freshly ground black pepper, fresh herbs optional, those would be herbs such as sage, thyme, or rosemary, and about 1/2 to 1 cup of reduced sodium chicken or turkey stock to put in the bottom of the pan. To make the brined turkey breast gravy, you will need 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, a quarter cup all-purpose flour, the pan drippings from the roasted brined breast, a quarter cup dry white wine, 2 cups reduced sodium chicken or turkey stock, freshly ground black pepper, and finely chopped fresh sage, optional. The special equipment you will need are 1 glass, ceramic, or plastic container to accommodate the turkey breast and 10 cups of water. Do not use metal for the brining step. 1 metal roasting pan with a rack, and a meat thermometer. Peel the garlic cloves. Lightly smash the cloves with the side of your knife to break the cell walls and release the garlic flavor. Now do the same with the optional juniper berry and allspice. Tear the bay leaf into pieces and add the thyme sprig. Pour about 2 cups of the water into the large brining container. Add the salt and sugar and whisk to dissolve. Once dissolved, stir in the rest of the water and add the aromatics. Place the turkey breast in the brine, making sure it's fully submerged. You can use a plate to weight it down if needed. Cover tightly with plastic wrap and refrigerate 4 to 5 hours or overnight. When ready to roast the turkey breast, preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove the breast from the brine, rinse it, and pat it dry. I missed getting video of the rinsing, but it's an important step to remove residual salt from the surface of the turkey. Place turkey breast side up on a rack in a roasting pan. Rub the softened butter all over the turkey breast. You can also use olive oil for this step. If using the optional herbs, use your fingers to create a pocket between the skin and the breast. Now add whole sage leaves, thyme sprigs, or rosemary under the skin. I'm using sage leaves and thyme sprigs. Grind a generous amount of pepper all over the breast. Do not add salt to a brined bird. Add a half cup chicken stock to the bottom of the pan to help prevent scorching of the juices. If you have turkey nails, they can be helpful in holding the skin down over the herbs. Just be sure to count how many you use so you can make sure they are all out after cooking and before you carve. The turkey breast should be out of the fridge for a total of 45 minutes to an hour before putting it in the oven. It probably took us about 15 minutes to prep the turkey, so let it sit at this point at room temperature for at least 30 to 45 minutes. Place turkey breast side up in the oven for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, flip turkey over to breast side down and turn the oven down to 325. Roast turkey breast side down for 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, turn the turkey breast side up again. At any point the pan is dry, add a small amount of chicken stock. The final roasting is done breast side up to brown the skin. Turning the breast during cooking helps the juices distribute evenly throughout the meat, resulting in a moist breast. Start checking the internal temperature after 10 minutes. Test the turkey's temperature at the thickest part of the breast. It is done when it reaches an internal temperature of 165 Fahrenheit. Remove breast to a cutting board and tent loosely with foil. Rest for at least 15 minutes. To make the roux for the gravy, melt the butter in a skillet and dump in the flour. Whisk constantly to prevent lumps or sticking. I'm using a spring whisk, which is especially good at getting lumps out of gravies and sauces. Continue whisking and cooking until the roux takes on a medium brown to chestnut color. Scrape the roux into a small dish. This can be made up to a day ahead and refrigerated. Pour the liquid from the roasting pan into a glass measuring cup or other freezer-safe container. Place in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes. Pour chicken stock into a medium saucepan and bring to a simmer. Place the roasting pan over medium heat. This may require 2 burners. Now add the wine and deglaze the pan. To deglaze, scrape the fond, which is the cooked-on pan drippings, with a flat-edged wooden spoon until the wine is reduced by about 3/4 and the pan is nearly dry. Add the drippings to the warm chicken stock. If using the optional sage, mince it very finely. Remove the pan drippings from the freezer. You can see the layer of fat has risen to the top and solidified. This makes it very easy to remove. Carefully spoon out just the fat and discard. Add the drippings to the chicken broth mixture on the stove and stir to combine. Place skillet on the stove, but do not turn on the burner yet. Take the roux out of the fridge and place it in the cold pan. The key to minimizing lumps and producing a smooth gravy is adding hot liquid to a cold roux, or you can also add cold liquid to a hot roux. The difference in temperature allows the starch to gelatinize gradually, giving you time to whisk it smooth. If you put hot liquid into hot roux, it will gelatinize and seize up instantly, forming clumps. Begin spooning the hot liquid into the cold roux a little at a time, whisking constantly. Keep adding the hot liquid and whisking until the gravy is the desired consistency. You may not need all of the liquid. At this point, you can turn the heat on low to keep the gravy warm until ready to serve. Add freshly ground black pepper and the optional sage and stir to combine. Remove the foil from the turkey breast. If you use turkey nails, remove those now. The meat and skin tightens up around the turkey nails as it cooks, which can make them a little difficult to find, and why it's so important to know how many you used. The best way to carve a turkey breast for maximum juiciness is to cut the entire breast off the bone in one piece. I do this with whole turkeys as well. I first cut off this small remnant from the other half of the breast. Now use your carving knife to cut as close to the bone as possible and remove the breast in one piece. After you've made your vertical cut along the bone, make a horizontal cut to separate the breast. Place the breast flat side down and make crosswise cuts about 1/4 inch wide. This whole breast method allows you to make these thicker cuts and also cut against the grain, maximizing moisture retention. Serve on a platter or individually plated with gravy and your favorite side. Thank you so much for joining Food Immerse and exploring different cuisines, ingredients, and cooking techniques. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe so you don't miss a single delicious episode. If you make this dish, I would love to hear about it in the comments or shoot me an email. Until next time, cheers to good food.
Sounds dry.